Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Crimes, Killers, Cults,
and beer.
And beer. Speaking of beer, what are you drinking today, Bill?
A beer.
A beer.
It's not flat. Kind of like the Earth.
Right.
It's not flat. It's Bud Light. It's Bud Light.
It's Bud Light, right?
Although some people say that it's flat.
Yeah. Some people say that. But we'll get into that in a minute. Today, I am drinking a beer that my daughter brought me from Maryland, from her and her boyfriend's favorite brewery. It is called Lumbersexual.
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 What do you drink that and get turned on by looking at telephone poles?
Or lumberjacks. It's got a picture of a lumberjack on it. I don't know. But anyway, it is an American double IPA.
Does it make you sleep all night and work all day?
It could. It's 8.4% alcohol, so there's definitely a chance of being knocked out by it.
Does it make you want to put on women's clothing just like your dear pawpaw?
Yes, and hang around at bars.
I wonder how many people of our listeners are going to get that.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
I sleep all night and I work
night
all day.
And I work all day.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. Oh, we haven't done this in a while, so.
No.
Well, me and you. I mean, it's been it's been 2 weeks, I think, since I've been here.
Yeah, you were missed last week.
I mean, since
you were
since
missed
we
last
recorded
week,
one, yeah.
Yeah, you were missed last week, but Lorraine did a hell of a job.
Good, I'm glad. I was sure she would. I had no doubt.
Yeah, she's a pro.
Yup. She's not an infant with attitudes like us.
So, Flat Earth, huh?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
I don't know if this necessarily fits in with what we're doing because I'm not entirely sure Flat Earth is a cult, but they do have some cult-like traits.
They do, and a lot of the true crime podcasts will do Flat Earth episodes. That's not uncommon.
Right on.
So we're good.
Yeah, well, thought it'd be fun. It'll probably be a short one.
Yeah, I don't think the Earth is flat. See you next week.
I don't think it's flat either. Yep. Take care, everybody.
Wait. Oh shit. Somebody's knocking at the door. Hold on.
Okie dokie.
Who the hell are you?
Hey, can I talk on the mic, man? You guys talking about Flat Earth, man?
Yeah.
They call me Flat Earth Rain, man, and I just want to take part in this wonderful conversation because I got to prove to the world that the Earth is flat, man. It's flat, man. It's flat. Get the hell out of here.
Bye.
I hope we don't have to have very many of his pearls of wisdom. I mean, it's the Flat Earth Society on its own freaking social media page said that they have members all around the globe.
Yeah, right? We're going to go spread Flat Earth all around the world.
Maybe I should have asked that Flat Earth Frank. Maybe I should have asked him what he thought about that. I hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
He might.
Anyway.
For those of you who may not know that this is actually still a thing, the Flat Earth Wikipedia states this. The Flat Earth model is an archaic and scientifically disproven conception of the Earth's shape as a plane or disk. So, right out of the gate, we know it's not flat.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yep. All right, cheers, everybody.
Damn, I only got one beer in.
Shit, I didn't even get one beer in yet. Good thing we're still going.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was in, and this we don't really have any type of, like notes written out. We're just winging this. We figured it would probably be funnier that way.
Right.
So I mean, we're just winging it. We don't really have any direction to go, but Todd's taking the lead on this one, and he's gonna kick ass at it. He took the lead on our other podcast a couple of times, and he nailed it. So
Yeah. I do all right.
I have faith in him.
All right. Well, let's see. Where to begin?
Well, I was in California, Riverside, California, and that's just south of LA. And there's this mountain there, and somebody had taken these huge ass letters on a mountain that said theearthisflat.org or .com or whatever it was. Huge, like think the Hollywood sign, except not as big. But you could clearly see it from the interstate, clearly.
I think I remember something about that.
Yeah, I saw it, and it's. I just kind of shook my head. I was just like, yeah, I'm in California.
Right.
And does the Wikipedia page say what where flat Earth originated? I'm guessing it had to be California.
Oh, no, I didn't read that far. I just read the definition right at the beginning. That's all I did.
Oh. But then again, I mean, flat Earth has been around for centuries, though, because, I mean, Christopher Columbus had to... Wasn't it Christopher Columbus that... No. Which one commissioned to prove that... Yeah, it was Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus. He wanted to get to the east by sailing west.
Right. And he wound up in North America.
Because they didn't know that North America was there, so
Right.
he hit that and thought he made it all the way around.
That's why Indians are called Indians, because he thought that he was in India.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, I don't know, just the whole idea. They go into such, excruciating detail about their theories, and about how we're under a dome, or the Earth is flat, or it's like, and you as a cat person know that if the world was flat, the cats would have knocked everything off of it by now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is a good
No
spot.
doubt.
This is a good spot of any to run your ad, to run your spot, since I brought up
Yes.
cats. So,
Yep.
a word from our sponsor, which is Todd. This is Kitty Chat with Todd.
Yes, I sponsored this. Is your feline fur baby having uncontrollable hairballs?
Kitty Chat with Todd
Can help. Does your precious princess sharpen her claws on your brand new microfiber sectional sofa?
Kitty Chat with Todd.
Can help. Join Todd, the crazy cat lady. He can help you with all of your pussycat problems and your kitty cat concerns. Did your kitty develop indigestion after it ate your meth head roommate who died of an overdose while you were on vacation?
Kitty Chat with Todd.
Can help with that too. Find the Kitty Chat with Todd podcast at Kitty Chat with Todd on MySpace.
Kitty Chat with Todd.
It has the answers you need.
Kitty Chat with Todd.
Where every day is Catter Day. Meow.
Bro, that was fucking hilarious.
What is? I had fun doing that.
And that's your daughter and your wife?
And yeah, another friend of mine, a girl I used to date back in the 90s, came over because she knows Mom, so she just stopped by.
Oh, that's cool.
We told her, I guess, I don't know how she found out. Because I didn't put nothing on Facebook. But anyway, somehow she found out, went to see Mom, and then stopped by the house, and we kind of hung out and were talking for a while, and then I said, hey, can I borrow you for a minute?
That's cool. We did that one with Christine Falling, daycare. We did that one with Amy, my fiance, and now you've got one with your wife in it.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Keeping it in the family.
I loved that. That was awesome. Excuse me.
I know. I was a little worried about how that was going to turn out, but it came out really good.
Oh, it's
I was a little
hilarious.
nervous when I started doing it once, and I was just like, dude, I don't know if I like this. I don't know. I don't like how it's going. So I put it down for a little bit and went back to it, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll just redo it. I got it now. I feel it now. You know.
I think that one's tied. As far my favorite is, I think it's tied with the Michael Malloy one.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
But anyway, what? Oh shit! He's back.
Oh shit!
And now for a pearl of wisdom from the Flat Earth Society.
We're free thinkers, man. We're individuals, and we do not believe in any silly archaic doctrines such as a round earth theory, like the mindless sheep throughout this world. We are the intellectually superior, man. We are...
Get the fuck out of here, Flat Earth Frank.
Right?
Damn. How did he get back in here? I thought I locked the door.
I don't know. He sounds like he's high as fuck, so maybe, I don't know, maybe climb through a window or something.
Oh, my God. That guy just ruined my train of thought.
Well.
So, but one of the theories is that the Earth is flat and that gravity doesn't exist, and the only thing that's keeping us dead is because the Earth is like shooting upward at like many thousands of miles an hour or some shit like that.
Well, no, it only has to go at what is it? 9 meters per second squared, which is how gravity pulls down on everything, which we all know is what's happening.
Right.
So it only have to go. I mean, and actually, that is something that could be possible on a flat Earth if it was moving upwards at 9.2 meters per second squared, I believe.
Yeah.
Then it would hold us to the surface of a flat Earth.
Yeah,
However,
but then again, if that was the case, then the stars, I mean, are the stars going upward at that same amount of speed in order for the stars to stay in the same place? Don't you think like about once every week we'd have a complete fresh set of stars to look at?
Yeah, probably. But see, that's the thing too, though. They say that about the Earth rotating and orbiting the sun at however fast it's orbiting the sun, as the sun is dragging the whole solar system through the universe at such and such a speed. But see, it's big numbers, and they can't comprehend big numbers and scale. They don't realize that the stars are so far away that it doesn't matter that even if we're moving at this, we are moving at those speeds. The stars are so far away, they're not going to move.
Well, they would eventually.
Eventually. Well, it's like the North Star is Polaris, but 6,000 years ago it was another thing. I mean, that's how long it takes. It does, it's like the stars aren't going to change in our lifetime.
Oh, that's true. But you figure like every month or so you might get another star come in, into the mix.
Yeah, maybe. plus the light we're seeing from these stars left them like millions of years ago. So
right, there's a good chance that some of those stars don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, and the stars are moving too. The stars aren't. I mean, they look stationary to us because we're all moving. But they don't get that. They don't understand scale.
I think they do. I think that the majority of these people are just trolls, like expert level trolls.
Well, I think the flat earthers are basically in two groups. There's like basically two groups of flat earthers. They're the people that don't really believe the earth is flat, but do it just to make money and get views and get listens and all that stuff. And then there's the poor suckers that believe them and give them money and views and listens and stuff.
True.
But I mean, that's basically it.
Kind of like two knuckleheads that decided to put together a true crime podcast.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But, and like you started talking about gravity, dude. I mean, the flat earthers, the majority of them, I know I've heard that, what you said about the earth moving up. But the majority of them don't think there's gravity. They don't believe in it. They don't. It's nothing. That it doesn't happen. Like objects fall. Like when you let go of something, it falls because it's more dense than the air.
Right.
But or if something floats, it's like, they use density and buoyancy, and to explain why there's gravity, which is just fucked up.
Well, I'd like to see one of these flat earthers out there explain to me just how can those huge freighter ships and everything, how can they maintain their buoyancy? I know how it works, but I know how it works, but it's just it's mind-boggling.
Well, yeah. But they displace more water. They displace enough water to keep them afloat.
Yeah, I know. I know how it works.
You know how it works.
I know how it works.
It's just. I agree totally. It's
mind-boggling.
It is that something that big and that heavy could actually still float.
Yeah. But
science.
Yeah. We can.
And another argument. Oh, sorry.
We can believe. Yeah, we can see those ships and everything. But you know what? If you take a ride on a jet, on a passenger jet or whatever, you can see a little bit of curvature, especially around sunset when the color difference is so drastic. You can see it. You can tell.
Yeah.
It's slight, but you can definitely see it.
Right.
I should have taken a picture the last time I flew, and zoomed out as far as I could. Yeah, because I saw it. And it was right around sunset too, so it looked like Judas Priest's Point of Entry album.
Cool.
Except they didn't show the curvature in that, and I wish they would have.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Priest.
But yeah, so they think. But see, here's my thing though. It's denser than the air. If you let it go, why would it fall? If you don't give it any motion, there's air above it and air all around it that's less dense than the object. If you let go of it, what's to stop it from going left or right or forward or up? Why does it always fall to the ground?
Yeah, gravity.
Fucking morons.
That's why balloons float, because the helium is lighter than air.
Lighter than air, yeah. Oh, I'm getting ready to get to that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, sort of. Sort of. Is he back?
He's back. And now I put another one in there. Hey, dude, before you even start, I have a question. For you.
All right, man. I got the answers. For you, man.
Hey, do flat earthers think that the moon, sun, and all the other planets are flat too?
No, man. We're not stupid.
That's funny because most of them do.
So we're the only planet that's flat, and all the other ones are not flat. Get the fuck out of my bunker.
You know what's funny is actually they don't even believe that the other planets are planets.
Well, Jupiter is a gas giant.
Yeah, no, they think they're just flat lights because they don't know how to focus a camera.
No, but Jupiter really is. It's a gas giant. It's more like a star than it is a planet.
Yeah.
Which I think that's crazy.
But anyway,
yeah,
I know, right? That's another weird thing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and because they also don't understand when they think that we're saying that gravity is strong enough to hold all the water in the oceans. Millions and however many. Millions and millions and millions of tons of water, that gravity can hold that to a spinning Earth, but yet like birds and butterflies and other stuff can just defy gravity and float through the air.
It's because it's contained. Now, if you if you're driving down the road and you pick up a quarter and you toss it up in the air and catch it in your hand, it's going to go straight up and it's going to come straight back down because it's contained within the atmosphere of your car.
Yes, now, it's an inertial reference point.
Right. So, but if you took that same quarter, stuck your hand out the window while you're driving at 55 miles an hour, did the same thing, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, I mean, you can do stuff like that too, but I mean, it's mostly gone because like you're moving at 55 miles an hour, and there's air rushing past you, and that catches the quarter and sends it back.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the point. But yeah, they don't because they don't realize that, or maybe they do, and they just try to make stupid points. But birds and butterflies and insects, they all have wings that they flap,
right,
to create lift, and if they can create enough lift to overcome gravity, they fly.
Yeah, and we do it, with engines.
Yes.
I gotta admit, I do kind of love flat earthers because they remind me that even though I'm a failure, there's people out there that are even more disappointing than I am.
Right. Oh man.
Shit, he's back.
Oh fuck.
Hey man, I heard you talking about the other planets, man. There's no planet called Mars, Pluto. They're not exist. Earth is flat. Period. The North and South Pole don't exist, man.
All right.
All right.
Go on now.
You don't have
Piss
to.
off.
You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave because you keep opening and shutting that door. I'm gonna have to edit all the crap out. Just go over there and sit in the corner and read a comic book.
Yeah. Just look at the pretty pictures. Don't even bother trying to read it.
Right, because you probably can't.
Well, thanks, man. Can I be a member of your podcast?
No,
Not right now.
or ever.
Oh boy.
Flat Earth Frank. He can become a member of this podcast. He has to renounce Flat Earth Society though.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
He just glared at me.
Yeah.
Get me a beer, Flat Earth Frank. Make yourself fucking useful.
I'm glad he came to your house and not mine. Fuck.
Well, where do you live, Frank? I live over in Tampa. See, there, big city. A lot more.
He lives in a van down by the river.
Down by the river. But a lot more knuckleheads in the big cities than there are out there in Merritt Island. I mean, you live in Merritt Island, Florida, which is home of Kennedy Space Center.
Yes.
Your dad and my grandfather both worked in NASA.
Yes.
We've seen more shuttle launches. If I had $1 for every rocket and shuttle launch, I could probably buy a new guitar.
Yeah.
Every one that I've seen, I could probably buy a new guitar.
Oh yeah.
And it, I mean, I saw Challenger blow up. What do they say about? I know that they have a view about
God.
Challenger, but I can't remember what the hell it was. I mean, I saw that with my own eyes, and I'm not talking about on TV. I saw it outside with my own eyes. And it,
dude, and this fucking really fucking disturbs me that these fucking flat earth fucks do this shit, but they claim that was all fake, that 6 out of the 7 astronauts that were aboard the Challenger are still alive. And they've even gone so far as to find pictures of people with the same names that look sort of like these astronauts, but a little older.
So it's a lot like these crisis actors, these people that claim that, like Columbine, well, not Columbine, like, these school shootings and stuff didn't happen. It was all like false flag and, crisis actors and stuff like Parkland High School, Marjorie Stoneman High School down there in Miami. I drive right by that school frequently for my job. But they say that shit didn't happen. And it's like bullshit. It's like how in the hell can you say that shit didn't happen? I mean, it freaking happened. I mean, we saw pieces of Challenger falling out of the sky. There's actual video of pieces falling out of the sky and landing in the ocean.
I know, dude. I mean, that's
video
just.
Of it.
All right. Then there's the first time I actually saw this was this guy who calls himself, well, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name, but I will tell you that he drinks his own pee.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Does he have
anyway,
a TV
show? No, but I think he has a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a survivalist reality show guy out there that drinks his own piss.
Well, I mean, yeah, he probably does it just to stay hydrated. This guy, I almost said his name. This guy does it because he thinks there's health benefits from it.
Ammonia?
Not only is he a flat earther, he is also one of those like woo peddler magical cure things guys, dude.
Snake oil salesman.
I mean, this guy's a real fucking piece of work, man. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that he posted this video. He actually went on a fucking, I think it was some Russian talk show or some shit, and drug this video out of how he found 6 out of the 7 astronauts still alive, man. And I was like, dude, you're a piece of shit, man. Their families are fucking, you know, I mean, I know when was that, 87, 86?
86, yeah.
I mean, it's been a while, but, you know, their families are still grieving, and if they happen to come across that shit, dude, they're going to fucking lose their minds. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, the whole thing with, I had a thought ready to go, but it's gone. Damn it.
Sorry.
No, these people, they just, and I'm just sitting here hoping it would come back. This is what we get for not having, notes.
Right.
But.
Well, I've got some, but it's just all little things just to kind of look at and go, oh, hey, let's talk about this right now.
Yeah. But the flat earthers, I mean, they just, for them to say that, Challenger did not blow up and that the astronauts are still alive and all that stuff. I mean, did you watch I remember what I was going to say now. Did you watch the Challenger miniseries that they did on Netflix?
No, I don't think I did.
It's powerful, man. It is really powerful. And there was a astronaut. There was a backup astronaut for Krista McAuliffe, and she was there on site. When Challenger launched, she was there on site, and it's tough to watch because they have her on camera the minute that the shuttle blows up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I recommend watching that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a documentary that they did about Challenger, and it's really good.
Right.
And you're gonna tell me that was fake?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, speaking of that, though, most flat earthers are also space deniers. They don't, we've never been to space, we've never been to the moon, that old chestnut.
And they obviously never been to Kennedy Space Center and saw a launch.
Actually, well, not, I mean, see, they think because, like, you know how rockets, they go up and then they curve over.
That's because of the curvature of the Earth.
They say that the rockets are curving. They curve over because they're just going to go splash down in the ocean, where nobody can see them.
It's because of the curvature of the Earth.
Well, it's to help get them into orbit because you don't just go straight up and then hang a left and you're in orbit, dude. You go up there and the rockets curve because it gets them up there at speed and they go right into orbit. That's why it curves, but they don't get that shit.
Since I moved over here to the west coast of Florida, I noticed something that I had never noticed before. Like some launches we can see over here, but others, specifically the smaller SpaceX flights, we don't see them because they take that dip at a lower point.
Yeah.
So some of the launches, like if NASA sends up like an Atlas rocket or something like that, we'll see that because they go a hell of a lot higher. But some of specifically, I've noticed that there have been a lot of SpaceX launches that we just flat out didn't see because they took that dip a lot sooner than a lot of other rockets do.
Right.
Oh, I know that big monster that they got on the pad right now that's going to the moon. That one ain't gonna take no low dip.
Right.
I'll get to see that one, and I hope they launch that one at night.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. You should be able to see it real good.
Those
Anyway,
boosters are about twice the size of the boosters that were on the shuttle.
Yeah.
That thing is a monster.
And anyway, since we're on the topic of space,
The Final Frontier.
most flat earthers, at least the ones that I've seen, they all believe that because of the dome and all that shit, because everybody says, oh, the vacuum of space. They say, well, if space is a vacuum, wouldn't it suck all the gas, like our atmosphere? Wouldn't it just suck us right off the planet? You cannot have a gas system next to a vacuum. It has to be in a container, which is how they say they prove the dome. But see, what they don't realize is, though, the vacuum of space is not a Hoover. That's what they think. I mean, that's the only thing they know of when you say vacuum to them. They think a vacuum cleaner. They think that space is out there just sucking everything in like a fucking Hoover.
No, you can't say shit like that when I'm taking a sip of beer, man.
Sorry.
God, he almost killed me.
But, right? But see, that's the thing, though, that why our atmosphere doesn't get sucked away. It's not because there's a dome. It's because of gravity. And gravity creates a pressure gradient from the surface of the Earth out into space where it just drifts off to nothing. That's like that's why when you go up, climb up a mountain, or you go to fucking Mile High Stadium, it's harder to breathe up there, especially if you're used to sea level. It's harder to breathe up there because you're higher up in the air. There's lower air pressure.
Right.
And that's not because we have a dome. That's because there's gravity.
Yeah.
Space is not a Hoover, you dumb shits.
So how do they explain like the changes of the seasons and whatnot, or if you believe in climate change or global warming, how do flat earthers explain that?
Well,
I think Flat Earth Frank has another pearl of wisdom.
come on, Frank.
Well, yeah, we believe in climate change, man. It would be nothing short of irresponsible to question something with so much overwhelming evidence behind it, and something that threatens us so directly as a species.
Okay.
So how does climate change work? How do the seasons work?
Man, you really need to read up on your stuff, man, because you're just ill-informed.
Get the fuck out of... Get away from my microphone. He freaking leans over my shoulder talking with my microphone.
Oh, geez, dude, that's got to be creepy.
Ugh, I don't even know this guy.
Anywho. So, you want to... See, that's the thing. Flat Earth doesn't really have a model because they can't have a model that shows everything that we see in real life, which is what their main thing is. It's what you can observe with your own eyes. Like, yeah, you don't see a curve of the Earth when you're standing on the ground because the Earth is 24,000 miles in circumference.
Right.
They don't understand that size that you're not going to. It's not like you're standing on a basketball or looking over a basketball and can see that curve, dude. It doesn't work like that.
Right. So, but
it's big, so yeah, locally it looks flat. But just because that's what you see with your fucking eyes doesn't mean that's what's happening.
But there back in the 1800s, there was an experiment done about this regarding like water and stuff like that, and I can't remember. God, I should have written it down, or I can't remember. But it doesn't make any difference because I live next to the port of Tampa. You live next to Port Canaveral.
Yep.
When you see a ship leave port and go out into the ocean or the Gulf of Mexico. it disappears. It disappears from view. And the reason that it disappears from view is because of the curvature of the Earth. If it didn't, then you'd be able to see it. It wouldn't disappear. And the way that it disappears, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see it after a certain point. But the way that it disappears is it looks like it's going down, and then it...
Yep.
See?
It disappears bottom up.
Yeah.
As something would if it was going over a curve.
Right.
But they have all kinds of bullshit to explain that too, dude. I can't even remember all the bullshit excuses I've heard for that. Dude, it's fucking... Anyway, going back to the other thing that we were just talking about, how they have no concept of scale. They think that if the Earth... they don't realize that the Earth... The angular velocity of the Earth is 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, give or take.
Right.
So they hear 1,000 miles an hour. Oh my God, that's friggin' fast. Why doesn't everything fly off? Because the Earth is 24,000 miles in circumference. It makes one rotation in 24 hours.
So what do they... Okay.
That's fucking slow, dude.
No, you look up... the planet Mars and all that, they don't exist. Because, they're
luminaries.
They look like
what they
look
call
like
them.
stars. They look like stars or whatever. But what is the sun?
The sun is small and local, and so is the moon. The sun and moon are small and inside the dome, is what most of them believe. Which, if the sun was inside the dome and rotating around a flat Earth,
it would never get dark.
Wouldn't you get? Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Like the light just magically stops at half of the disk for some reason that they can't explain. Nobody's explained that yet.
You would wind up. I mean, if it's going from one side of the dome to the other and everything, then like on one side of it, it would get darker, but it wouldn't get completely dark. It wouldn't get completely dark.
Nope. Because they think it's close, but if the sun was small and local, like close, wouldn't it get hotter the higher you went up?
Yeah.
Like the closer you got to what you get, it would get hotter. And I mean, if the sun and the moon are rotating exactly opposite of each other, how come you can see the moon during the day? How come there's lunar eclipses?
Right.
How come there's solar eclipses? How does
when an eclipse happens, you can clearly see a round shape. Going in front of the sun or the moon.
Yeah.
You can clearly see it.
Dude, one of my favorite ones is that the sun and the moon are holographic projections. I actually watched a video where a guy said that.
If it's a holographic projection, then where's all this light and heat coming from?
Space heaters? I don't know.
If I have a projection screen, a projector screen and everything, and I put it up on a wall to watch a movie or something like that, it's not hot.
No.
It's not hot at all. So if it's just a holographic projection, then where does the heat come from? Where does the heat from the sun?
They can't explain that. They don't bother explaining that part of it, because they can't. But
they're not capable of critical thinking.
Oh, they claim they are. I watched a video today. I watched a video today of a guy that fucking it was actually about is flat Earth a cult, and he went into like the very classic definition of a cult, and all this shit, right? But he brought up like 10 points, and most of them involved critical thinking. Like whatever, flat earthers don't think critically. And then he goes, well, it sounds like globe people to me, not flat earthers. Flat earthers think critical. We think outside the box. We're free of the indoctrination from the government and NASA. And I'm like, dude, you haven't had a critical thought in your entire fucking life.
Right? Okay, check this out. I found this tweet. And it says, I ran into an old friend from high school this summer. When I found out that he's a pilot, I locked my arm in his and said, "You're my new best friend." Then I said, here's why. I'm a flat earther. Is the earth flat or a ball? He says, well, it looks flattish. And I said, okay, well, there's a lot of arguing and debating about it. Spear believers always ask, well, why more pilots don't say that the earth is flat. He pulled me aside and he whispered, we took an oath, and if we break it, we lose our pilot's license. I whispered back, I said, thank you. Out of respect, I will never say his name. You can believe me or call me a liar, but it makes zero difference to me. Some things are true if you believe it or not. And this fucking pilot is totally punking this idiot out, and he doesn't even, he's too stupid to even realize it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good on you, pilot dude, whoever you are.
Yeah, right? But, I mean, anybody that's ever taken a freaking flight has seen a little bit of curvature of the Earth. Everybody has.
Yeah. Oh, dude, since we're talking about airplane flights and stuff, dude, I watched this video the other day, and this guy is an absolute fucking moron, right? He's doing I don't know if he's doing if it was like a live stream or whatever, but it's like him and this chick, and they're talking, and like this chick is just dumber than a bag of hammers. Just totally believing every word he says, right? So he's like, here, let's look up a flight tracker. So he looked up a flight tracker on the internet, right? So he's tracking this flight because he claims that you cannot cross the international date line because he thinks that instead of the flat Earth being a round disc, like the top down projection that the flat Earth typically use, he thinks it's like a regular flat map, like we used to see in school, like a regular map,
a rectangle.
Yeah. So that's what he thinks, and he thinks that you can't cross the international date line because that's the actual end of the Earth.
I want to know how in the hell Japan was able to bomb Pearl Harbor if the Earth is flat.
Exactly. But see, he doesn't think about shit like that. Anyway, but this is what he did, dude. This is what he did to prove his point, right? He found a flight that was going from Los Angeles to Japan or something, and he went to this website, flight tracker website, right? Mm-hmm. So the plane's flying. You can see the plane. You know how they track it? They show the little airplane flying in the air with a little red line. As soon as it gets to the international date line, it fucking flipped sideways and shot all the way back across the Earth and across Europe at impossible speeds. And he thinks, or I don't know if he really thinks this, or if he's trying to make people think this, that's what the plane just really did. Instead of it being a shitty website with a shitty program, he thinks that that's what the plane really fucking did.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this shit. Like, seriously, I cannot believe I'm watching this crap.
Hey, dude, get the fuck...
By no means, man. Those who claim that the Earth to be round, those who believe that the Earth to be round and claim that it's a oblate spheroid, since the spin of the Earth would slowly bulge it out of shape, man.
Yeah.
Are you smoking pot in my fucking studio?
It sounds like it. I don't know, dude. He just got dumber. I don't even know what he said.
I don't either. You might hear an ass whipping.
Yeah.
I'm about to kick this guy's ass.
Right on. Because honestly, dude, I don't know how high he is, but dude, I swear it sounded like he said that the people that think the Earth is an oblate spheroid, which it is because the rotation of the Earth is kind of pushing the middle of it out, which is what's happening. Is that what he said?
He said that the spin of the Earth would slowly bulge it out of shape.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Well, he's obviously never seen Ghost. I mean, yeah, the pottery scene. You know,
right?
When you spin something like that and everything, it's gonna make it round eventually. Now the Earth the Earth when it first came into existence or whatever, you know, it might have been like cube, and then over millions and millions of years, it just got shaved down to a globe. But hey, that makes as much sense. That makes more sense than the Earth being flat.
Yes, indeed.
Oh God. Oh boy, this episode is turning out to be longer than we thought that it was going to be.
Yeah, it is.
We thought we'd be wrapping up right about now, but I don't think we're anywhere near wrapping up.
We're getting close to the end. I think we're pretty much. And there's another thing that flat earthers love to do. They love to use a whiteboard, right? And they draw a circle on it. And they say, like, okay, if I'm standing up here at the North Pole and someone's down at the bottom of the Earth at the South Pole, they'd be upside down. And they draw the guy still right side up with his head to the Earth, thinking that you're going to be upside down because they think that up is up and down is down no matter where you are, instead of down being towards the center of the Earth, you know.
Oh, God.
So they think that you're upside down on the bottom of the Earth. There's even one dipshit from Australia that some flat earther dude that he turns his videos upside down when he does them.
Oh, God.
Because he's from Australia and he's supposed to be upside down. I mean, dude, these people are just fucking out there stupid, man.
Well, they think that dinosaurs are Nazi propaganda.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a tweet right now that says, somebody says, what do y'all think of dinosaurs? And a flat earther replied back, he says, Nazi propaganda.
Of course. I saw a guy go into a museum and claim that all the dinosaur bones were just chicken bones.
But you know, I mean, this is unfortunately this is a true story. My ex-wife, the mother of my younger daughter, she does not believe that dinosaurs existed.
Oh, God. Is she a new Earth creation or a new... What do they call them?
She's not... I mean, she's not...
Young Earth creationist. That's what they call it. Young Earth creationist.
I don't... yeah, she believes that the Earth is 5,000 years old.
Mm-hmm. She is. Young Earth creationist.
Yeah, and she...
Oh, my.
We'll have to do an episode on them at some point, too, but we're going to have to research that. We're going to have to research that.
Yeah. Dude, trust me, I watch a lot of videos on that shit, man. I'll point you in the right direction.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to research that. And hell, if you want, you can take the lead on that one as well. Because I think you're doing a better job taking the lead on this than I would have been able to do.
Right on
this particular topic. I mean, you're killing it.
Yeah, well, this is something that I've been watching and just for a little while now. Since I was sitting there one day, I don't know, probably 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there and this video showed up in my YouTube feed, and I clicked on it and I start watching it, and it's a flat earth thing, right? And I'm like, the way they talk about things and they make it sound like it's like scientific, like they've proven it. And dude, I ain't gonna lie, it drew me in. I started doubting things, and then I ran across some other stuff. I ran across some people that actually debunk flat earthers on YouTube, which is where I learned most of my shit from. And then I was like, oh, see, they almost had me. They almost got me with it. They do that shit. They try to like fucking draw you in with like little nuggets of information that sound almost true. Well, I was almost a flat earther, dude. I was like, I can't believe I fell for that.
Oh God! Well, it's one thing. It's. I mean, I personally wouldn't have admitted it on a podcast that I was almost a flat earther.
Well, see, dude, like I said, I got no ego to bruise, man. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. Yeah, I almost fell for it, but I didn't. So
but
it's
you
all
didn't.
good.
But you didn't. Yeah, you looked at both sides of the argument objectively, and made a decision and chose the right thing.
Yes, I did.
And the thing is, you want to believe that the Earth is flat? That's fine. Go right ahead.
Oh yeah.
Go right ahead. More power to you. What I don't like is you're calling me an idiot because I don't believe in your bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
they call us that. They say we're indoctrinated and we've been brainwashed when they're the ones that are doing the indoctrinating and brainwashing.
Dude, what?
I just wanted to say, man, there's no proof of any global spear. The Russians and the Americans knew it during the 60s, but, man, you got to understand that America had been getting one up from the Russian Sputnik, so it invented space. It's always fake, and it's fake and it always will be.
Oh, yeah. Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing, and there's proof of it in The Shining. Is that what you're telling me there?
Stanley Kubrick is a genius.
Shut up, Frank. Go drink the fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah, go down to Guyana and drink some Flavor Aid. My buddy Jim's got something for you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Stanley Kubrick is a fucking genius, but he didn't do that.
I know that. No, what was that movie where they
Capricorn 1.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I don't think it was the moon landing though. I think they went to Mars in that movie, but they faked it.
Yeah. That was a really intense movie. I mean,
yeah, I remember seeing it when I was a kid and actually going, all right, this is cool. I mean, I know it didn't happen because my dad works for the space agency.
I watched that movie for the first time probably about 10 years ago, and I was just like, I'm like, this is like a legit psychological thriller is what this movie is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
That movie was intense.
Indeed. No, that was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still just a movie.
Right, exactly.
And in fact, a lot of flat earthers will take fucking stills from that movie, like behind-the-scenes stills, and use that as proof that the moon landing was faked.
That's exactly where I was going because
the space deniers.
Most flat earthers probably don't believe that we landed on the moon either.
Yeah, the majority of them are space deniers.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like this whole thing about it's like, okay, well, what's causing all the water to what's keeping all the water from like rolling off, just going off the side of the planet, and there's this ice wall that's like 1,000 feet tall and everything. Oh, well, the flat earthers should be like really freaking petrified, scared shitless over global warming.
Yeah, right. The ice wall melts.
Yeah, the ice will melt and everything and all.
But I'm sure they think global warming is fake too, because the sun's small and local and it hasn't melted it yet. Why would it do it now?
Yeah, but Frank over there, he said that they do believe in climate change.
Oh, did he? Well,
yeah.
Explain that one then. And since we're talking about the ice wall, and that's where the dome supposedly is, depending on what story you want to listen to. Have you ever heard of the Antarctic Treaty?
Of the what?
The Antarctic Treaty.
Maybe, but enlighten me because I don't remember.
It's a document that flat earthers use a lot to prove that Antarctica is not a continent; it's an ice wall. They say that the Antarctic Treaty states that no one can go to Antarctica. You can't sail past a certain degree of latitude down there, or you will be destroyed, shot, killed, murdered, whatever you want to say, by I guess NASA. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure who they think.
NASA.
I guess they think. I think they have NASA. They say NASA has forces there that there are ships patrolling that will sink boats that come anywhere near it because it's a wall. To hide the fact that it's a wall. What the Antarctic Treaty really is, it was signed by 17, maybe 20 countries. I'm not real clear on that, and I forgot to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it says that Antarctica will remain as purely a science and research station. No military, no country will ever be able to set up military bases or use it as a source of military, like...
It's the neutral zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like in Star Trek, it's the neutral zone.
Yeah, but nowhere in that...
But we can go there for for scientific reasons, but nothing else.
Yeah, well, that's what it really says, yeah.
And Metallica can go play a concert there, too.
Well, yeah, because they're fucking Metallica, dude. Metallica can do fucking anything, dude. They're like the richest... They have to be the richest people on the planet. Yeah, well, except for Elon and Bezos, but
right.
After them, Simmons. It's got to be Metallica.
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Yeah, probably.
Shit, I'm surprised Kiss didn't go down there and do a show in Antarctica before Metallica did.
They probably, I don't know, maybe they're flat earthers that didn't think they could go down there.
No, but for anybody that
I don't know. I'm not saying that Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley or Kiss are flat earthers. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
So I have no clue. It's just a theory.
They're round wallet.
Yeah, right. It would have cost too much money to pull that shit off.
No, their wallets are round, not flat.
Yeah.
Their wallet. Okay, we're starting a new group right now, the Flat Wallet Society. I'm tired of my flat wallet.
It's all us struggling musicians are part of the Flat Wallet Society.
Right. Struggling musicians, struggling podcasters.
Struggle is real, man.
The Flat Wallet Society. That's a t-shirt.
Flat Wallet Society.
That's fucking brilliant, man.
That's great, dude. Fuck yeah.
The Flat Wallet Society.
So anyway, but they think that nobody can go to Antarctica, and then you show them pictures of, there's cruises that go to Antarctica. And then they go, oh, well, they let some people in there. It's part of the scam, but they don't get to go very far into it because they can't, because it's a wall. And it's like, no, they don't take them into the interior of Antarctica because it's fucking dangerous.
It's not a freaking wall, though. It's like, it's the exact opposite of the North Pole. The North Pole actually has land underneath it, whereas Antarctica is just basically like a ginormous iceberg.
It's mostly ice. There is some land, but yeah, it's mostly ice. Because there's mountains. You can see pictures of like mountains and shit there, so there's got to be some kind of shit going on.
Well, it could just be a huge buildup of ice. There could have been like a hurricane down there that blew like a whole bunch of water, and instead of just like going all over the place like it does here in Florida, it just flash freezed and built up a freaking mountain.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't know. I've seen pictures of rocks coming up like a mountain. Don't hold me to that because I could be like misremembering something. But it seems to me like I've seen pictures of Antarctica with actual like stone mountains. But yes, Antarctica it's mostly ice. It's like, I think, what did they say? It's like 3 miles thick of ice.
Antarctica's bigger than Australia. It's not much bigger than Australia. Actually, it's about twice the size of Australia, isn't it?
I don't know. I never really thought to check that. Because I'm like, dude, it's cold down there. I ain't never going to go there. I don't care about it.
Right. Yeah, we live in Florida for a reason.
Damn right. Dude, it gets in a 60 here, dude, and I'm cold. I'm like, fuck this cold.
And I'm looking at another tweet here, and it says, I'm writing a story for ATTN. I don't know what that is. It's on Flat Earth, and would love some comments from the members of this forum. I'm not looking for any proof, but for what you personally get out of your belief. What does it mean to you? Why do you believe? I'm happy to quote people anonymously. P.S. I've heard all the comments about my last name here before. Yes, it's real, and no, I don't run the world. He has a Jewish last name. So
okay.
Apparently they're calling him out for being a Jew, and then there's this one comment on here. So are you one of the Klan members? So it's just
shit.
Okay, so a guy with a Jewish last name is gonna write he's basically doing a freaking story trying to, it's like, okay, have a logical discussion with these people, and they get all racist on him, calling him a Jew and owning the world and all that shit, and then somebody goes so far as to ask him if he's part of the KKK. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking just terrible.
What do you think about that, Frank? Oh, but I think he slipped out. I don't see him.
Oh, did he sneak away? Well, good riddance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he did go drink the Kool-Aid.
Flavor Aid.
Whatever.
No, in Jonestown it was Flavor Aid. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid.
I know, but that's the quote though that everybody says. Like, oh,
right,
you're gonna go drink the fucking Kool-Aid.
You got to say Flavor Aid because of the fact that Jim Jones was too cheap to buy Kool-Aid.
Oh, all right, whatever.
So
Flavor Aid.
That's an important detail in that whole story. You got to say Flavor Aid when you're talking about Jonestown. We'll cover that one at some point, multi-part episode, because that story. There's only one podcast that I've heard out there that has really done it justice, and it was one of the guys from Necronomicon, and he did like a 7-part series just dedicated to Jonestown. And it's not comedy. He's not cutting up or anything like that. He's just giving you the facts. And it's like, if we do an episode on Jonestown at some point, I'm probably going to use that freaking podcast that he did on his own. I'm probably going to use that as my major source material, because he really can't get any better than what he came up with. He's got like 8 hours of content on Jonestown. 8 hours.
Holy crap. Holy
yeah. So you don't need to go anywhere else.
Yeah, right.
But we'll put the Crimes, Killers, Cults, and Beer spin on his story.
Spin on it. Shit, is that one going to be a 4-parter?
At least 2, maybe 3.
All right. Anyway, back to this episode.
Hashtag, but I digress.
Hashtag, but I digress. Anyway, I think we're getting close to the end of it here. I only got to... Oh, now... Is he back?
He's back.
Oh, god damn it. Why didn't you drink the Flavor Aid?
Did you drink the Flavor Aid?
No, I drank Kool-Aid, man. I drank Kool-Aid. It goes better with my weed.
All right.
What do you want now?
No, I just got a question, man. I just got a question.
All right.
Okay. Ask it.
Prove the Earth is a globe without science.
Really? I mean, what do you mean? Like, how? I mean, okay, you prove the Earth is flat. How about that? I mean, I could show you that the Earth is a globe, no matter how many times, but you just deny it.
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat, man. The Earth is flat. You're just stupid. You don't understand, man. You're killing my buzz, too, with all your negativity.
Well, sorry about your luck. But you know what? That's the thing, though. I can show you proof that the Earth is a globe.
No, that's propaganda.
Where's your proof that the Earth is flat?
It's propaganda, man. It's propaganda, man. You gotta open your mind. You can't believe what they're telling you. It's all propaganda.
I have a question, you idiot.
I'm not an idiot, man.
Well, that remains to be seen.
No, seriously, I want to know what the government would what the government, the world governments and the world scientists and all that would have to gain by telling everybody that the Earth is round when in actuality it's flat. What's the end game here for that?
Well, you're just an idiot, man.
All right, get the fuck out of my studio. No, but seriously, what's the point? What would the point be? If the Earth's flat, if the Earth was flat, so what? Great, the Earth's flat. But what is the point for? What would be the point for covering it up? That's what I want to know, seriously. And no flat earther can tell you that.
No, they just say it's a conspiracy.
Right, but no, why is it a conspiracy?
Because flat Earth is a conspiracy theory for the most part, as well as borderline cult.
No, but my thing is why, what benefit would, I mean,
there is none.
The world governments hide a bunch of shit. Okay, I don't trust the government. I don't trust I don't trust politicians. I don't trust any of those people. I don't trust our government. I don't trust Russia's government. I don't trust China's government. I don't trust Germany's government. I don't trust England's government. I don't trust government. So, but with all of the shit that they hide from us, or that they keep, that they keep hidden and everything, they do that for a reason, because it benefits them somehow. How does convincing everybody that the world is round when it's actually flat, how does that benefit them, the ruling class? How does that benefit them?
Right? It doesn't.
No, it doesn't at all. I mean,
but,
if you have
they won't believe that.
If you have a conspiracy theory about something, it's just like, okay, for example, I'm drawing a frickin' blank like you were talking about earlier. Okay, we're not going to get into politics or anything. I'm just throwing out an example. There are people who believe that the 2020 election was stolen. And we're not going to go into where we sit on that issue, but some people would consider that to be a conspiracy theory. Other people look at it as fact. Okay, let's say if the election was rigged, then it benefits Biden. And if it wasn't rigged and Biden won fair and square, then saying, hey, it was a stolen election, then that benefits Trump. So what they're telling everybody that the earth is flat, or that the earth is round when it's actually flat, that doesn't benefit anybody for any reason.
Nope. It sure doesn't. But you'll never get one of them to admit that.
No, if you're listening to us, send us an email. If you're a flat earther and you have an answer for that question, what benefit do they have for telling us that the world is round when it's actually flat? Send us an email at BillZillaProd and let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll read the email.
Or hit us up on Twitter.
Or hit us up on Twitter or Facebook, and the social links will be at in the notes of this page.
Right. So,
but I guess unless you got something else, I think I just dropped the mic on that one.
Yeah, you pretty much did, but I do have a couple more things to say that'll.
Okay. Okay, good. Go right ahead.
That will augment your mic drop.
Okay.
Or augment, add to.
I don't.
Anyway,
I don't see Frank anymore. I think he ducked out after that one.
Okay, there are groups of flat earthers. And one of them is called Globebusters, and that's the only name I'm going to say. If you want to go check them out, by all means do.
Globebusters?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to call them.
But they're right. They're flat earthers and space deniers and all that shit. And they have, dude, I don't know if they do this on YouTube. I always see it on YouTube, but I don't know if it's just like a live stream or whatever, but they all get together and they all do shit. And two of them were in a movie that is called, what is it called? Beyond the Curve or something like that. It's supposed to. It was supposed to be a movie about flat earthers and stuff, right?
I've heard of that movie.
So they got these people, like it was two of them from Globebusters. They actually got them to perform experiments to prove that the Earth was flat.
Mm-hmm.
One guy, who is pretty fucking infamous now for what he did, he went out.
Okay, I was wondering if you were going to get to that. I have seen the documentary you're talking about. Okay. I thought that's where you were going, but you just confirmed it about the one guy and what he did. Okay, continue.
So Bob, I said his name. Fuck. Anyway.
No, you can say his name.
Anyway, so Bob, he goes and I don't know if he did like a crowdfunding thing or if somebody that follows them just spent the money and bought him a $20,000 laser ring gyroscope, which is what they use in airplanes to keep airplanes flying where they're supposed to fly.
Maybe this isn't where I thought you were going.
Oh, I'm probably getting to the other one too. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay.
So Bob gets a $20,000 laser ring gyroscope to prove that the Earth doesn't rotate, right? So he turns it on. Guess what happened? The gyroscope had a 15 degree per hour drift.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So in other words,
a flat earther who thinks
it worked exactly how it was supposed to work.
Yeah, so a flat earther who doesn't think the Earth rotates, who doesn't think the Earth is a sphere, just proved that the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour. But he was like, oh, no, that we must have been picking up something else. So then he goes and puts it in some kind of metal box. I forget what the metal was because I don't know. It was some like weird metal that I hadn't heard of. But he puts it in a metal box. No, I've heard of that. I don't know. Whatever. He put it in a beryllium sphere. I don't know. Anyway, so they put it in this metal box so it couldn't pick up like anything else. Turned it back on, and it still picked up a 15 degree per hour drift. So not only did he do it once, he proved that the Earth rotates twice. And then
did he admit his findings, or did he just?
Yeah, no, in that movie, yeah, he said we picked up a 15 degree per hour drift.
Oh, so he's not a flat earther anymore.
Oh no, he still is because he makes too much money doing that. You know, people give him $20,000 ring laser gyroscopes.
That's true. If you give me $20,000, I'll believe whatever the hell you want.
But now, see, he falls into he's in that first category, like Glowbusters and that group, and there's a couple other groups, and these people that just do it to get money and views and everything, dude. They don't believe. I mean, I don't think he really believes the Earth is flat because this is what he made up. Like, even in the box, he's like, well, we still picked up that drift because of, what did he call it? Heavenly energies or something like that, like ether, whatever, you know.
Or
like
sounds to me like he's talking about gravity.
No, he's talking about the rotation of the Earth. He proved it twice. And then there's another guy that tried to, I believe it's called the Bedford Level Experiment. But I may be wrong with that. Don't hold me to that. This may be a different thing. But basically, he set up like 3 boards, like one, so far enough apart that you would actually pick up curvature. Right. And they were all at the same height. They all had holes straight through them at the same distance. They were all completely level with each other. With completely the same height off the ground. Let me say that.
Right.
The same height off the ground. He's got his camera, and he's sitting there filming. And he's like, all right, you go. Now, you're over there. Now, turn on your light and hold up your light at the height that the hole was. And the guy's like holding up the light, and he's like, oh, well, we don't see your light. And he's like, okay, no, hold the light way up above your head. And he held it up way above, like further. I guess he was standing on a ladder or something, holding it like at the hole in his board where he was. Hold it way up.
If you're doing it, if you should be able to stand at like say 5 feet, and then if the Earth is flat, then like 20 miles away or 10 miles away or whatever, even a mile away, 5 feet, and it should line up. And even at a mile away, it's going to be off by like a, like if you're using a laser or whatever, it's going to be, it's not, if you have a laser on point A, like right through the hole in the board, even after a mile, it's not going to perfectly line up with the hole on point B.
No.
Even a mile away. It'll be like off. It'll be like off by like a millimeter.
Well, the basic thing is this: you have 3 boards; they're the same height out of the ground in 3 different places, so far apart, basically. And if the Earth is flat, you should be able to shine a light through the hole in one board, and it should shine through the hole in the middle board and be seen through the hole in the other board. Well, that didn't happen. And he's like, "Hey, we can't see your light. Are you holding it up?" Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got it right at the hole in this board." He's like, "Well, we can't see it." And then he goes, well, "Hey, hold it up way above your head." And the guy, I don't know if he was standing on a ladder or if he just raised his light way up. And after the light was, I don't know, high enough that they could see it, this guy, I'm not going to say his name because I think he may be actually one of the true believers that the earth is flat. Just because of what he said, dude. It's like when he held the light higher up above the board and he saw it through his camera, he just went, "Interesting." And I swear to God, dude, the silence after he said "interesting," you could literally hear his fucking heart break.
So he went from being a true believer to being, a snake oil salesman. If he's still a flat,
yeah, he's still a flat earther. Yeah, because they made up excuses for why it happened. Like Bob, the ring laser was picking up the heavenly energies or whatever the fuck that is.
Right.
They just make up stuff. Dude, you proved the Earth rotates twice. Jaron proved. Oh, I said his name. Fuck. Anyway,
it's all right.
Jaron proved that the Earth is curved. You guys proved yourselves wrong, but you made up excuses so you can keep fucking getting views and bilking people out of money. Whatever. That's all flat Earth really is.
I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't give two shits if the Earth is flat or round. I don't care. It doesn't affect my life either way. The Earth is what it is, whether it's flat or round. I know for a fact that it's round, but but still, if it was flat, I wouldn't give two shits. But if the Earth was flat, then there'd be like theearthisround.com.
Yeah, right.
So, okay, we gotta wrap it up, and we gotta the headliner, the guy with the rocket.
Yeah, I saved him for last because it's actually quite sad, but at the same time, I applaud this guy for his efforts.
I respect this guy. I really do respect this guy, and I watched a documentary on, and he died for his cause, and everything, and I feel for this guy, and I do believe that if he had actually been able to accomplish what he was setting out to accomplish, I do believe that he would have, actually been like, I saw the curvature, I saw it.
But anyway, so like I said, the stuff I've been able to find on him, I'm not entirely sure he was a flat earther. I think he just wanted to fly a homemade rocket into space. But
but you could say his name. He's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to. But anyway, this was a few years ago. A guy named Mad Mike Hughes, who was a daredevil, obviously.
Mad Mike.
He built a rocket. He made a homemade rocket that was steam powered, of all things. Basically, I don't know if he did it to, I guess he did it to try to prove the shape of the Earth one way or the other. I don't think he really cared if it was flat. He just wanted to know for sure for himself, basically, is what I think happened. But unfortunately, a malfunction during an attempted launch ended in his death. I guess he went to launch and the parachute ejected prematurely.
That was his second flight. His first flight, it didn't end well either, and he was severely injured, but he survived. Yeah. The second time he didn't survive.
Yeah, I saw that launch. Yeah, and the parachute came out as soon as he left his little tower there, and it was just over. It was bad, and I'm not going to go into the details of it because
it was pretty horrific.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was attempting to reach the Kármán line, which is the border between our atmosphere and space, which is like 62 miles up.
And you would have definitely been able to see if you could see a slight curvature at 5, 6, 10 miles up in a airplane, in a jet, then you would be able to see it. You'd definitely be able to see it from where he was shooting for.
Yeah, that's why he was going there. But I don't, like I said, I'm not entirely sure he was a flat earther, like preached flat Earth. I think he just, I think that Daredevil in him was just like, dude, I want to go up there. I want to see, let's build a rocket. I want to go, Yeah. And they were actually filming that launch for a documentary on the Science Channel.
Yeah, I saw the documentary. I mean,
but yeah,
I didn't see the. I mean, I've seen footage of his second flight, but there was a documentary done on his first flight, and I can't remember the name of it, but but it was good, and I didn't look at that guy as like Flat Earth Frank.
Right.
I didn't look at him like that. And honestly, I mean, shit, I wish he was still alive, because I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk would have been like, "Hey, let's get you a seat on one of the SpaceX flights."
Yeah.
And Elon Musk would have totally done it. And in fact, I've got a tweet right here from Elon Musk, and he says, "Why is there no Flat Mars Society?" And you know what the reply from the Flat Earth Society is? It says, "Hi Elon, thanks for the question. Unlike the Earth, Mars has been observed to be round."
What?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's from a tweet. Elon Musk says, "Why is there no Flat Mars Society?" And then I'm reading it verbatim here from the Flat Earth Society's Twitter page. "Hi Elon, thanks for the question. Unlike Earth, Mars has been observed to be round."
Again. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that just goes back to my mic drop. Why? Yeah, it's just what is the end game here? What is the end game for this conspiracy theory?
I don't know. There isn't one. There isn't one. They know there isn't one, and they just keep doing it because they keep getting views and money, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not against fucking making a buck, but if you're spreading disinformation and lies to make a buck,
right,
that's an issue.
I mean, yeah, it's just like all the media is these days is freaking sensationalism and all that stuff and everything. But these same flat earthers, it's like they probably don't believe the media. They probably believe the media about as much as I believe the media, but it's just for different reasons.
Right?
I don't. I just don't. I don't get it. Seriously, flat earth.
I know, right?
Answer my question. BillZillaProd@gmail.com.
Or hit us up on Twitter.
Answer my or Twitter and Facebook, and the links will be in the show notes. But just I want a definitive answer on what the world governments would have to gain by making us think that the world was round.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Or when it's actually flat. I want an answer.
Good luck with that, dude. The flat earthers can't even agree on a model of a working flat earth. So, good luck on that.
Okay, I got a few more. In closing, I got a few more tweets. I'm just going to rapid fire them. If you still believe that the world is round, you are very unaware of the truth. Wow.
Okay.
So much passion, so much integrity in that statement.
I know, right?
Somebody else. This is an exchange. Oh boy. It says, if it's flat, walk to the edge of the earth and let me know when you get there. And this guy says, you can't go there. It's restricted, or I would. It's restricted. These flat earthers, I mean, they're obviously not of the same breed as these people that are like, obsessed with doing like, protesting with social disobedience and stuff like that. Because fuck the man, right?
Right.
Fuck the man. Good. You know what? All these flat earthers, they're so freaking. They just adhere to the word of the law. Yeah, they're just like, to the point to where, we're not gonna go out there and take pictures of the ice wall because the government says that we can't.
Dude, you know what's funny? There's a guy. He's a pilot. He's putting up his own money to charter a fucking, like a 737 or whatever, the big Airbus thing, and bring any flat earther that wants to come, and he's going to fly them over Antarctica, like do a South Pole fucking circumnavigation, like fly from like somewhere in South America and around, so they can actually see it for themselves.
But what about all these people that have like sailed around the world? What about all these people that have like flown around the world and everything? It's just like they've done it.
Yeah. Well, you can do it on a flat. If it's a disc flat Earth, you can do that. You can sail around in a circle. but you would be south of the equator is all fucked up.
But you would be able to see the ice wall if you were doing that.
Yeah, though. See, that's another thing I was thinking about too. If the flat earthers say you can't sail past this certain latitude or whatever line, I'm like, well, just sail down to that line. You can see Antarctica from it, and just sail along it. Sail along it. If you don't turn right, and you you go down there, you turn left, right? So if it's a wall, you'll always be turning left, going around it that way, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going along and you're watching it, you're looking off to your right, you see Antarctica because you'll be able to see it from that latitude line that you're not allowed to cross.
Right.
Then sail. If your boat has to turn right to go around it to keep up with it, well, guess what? It's not a wall. It's a continent, and the Earth is a globe. You fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But that's what they. But see, they make up what that Antarctic Treaty is about, so they don't have to do that. So they can keep their lie going.
So here's another one. This guy says. Okay, I am going to drop a name. This is Geno Smith, a failed quarterback in the NFL. The Jets drafted him. He was horrible. Then he went to the Giants, and he was even worse. But he's a big flat earther. And somebody says, I think the Jets messed you up big time, fam. and Gino says you should actually do some research. I'm not saying it is just asking a question. He didn't ask a question. He made a statement, said, think you should actually do research. And then he says he's not saying he was asking a question. So then the other guy says, do research. The research is simple. Look at the pictures from space. That's round. End of story. And old Geno Smith, he says, that's not enough evidence if you ask me. So you know what? I'm just going to do this. And if I piss off Jets fans, I don't give a shit because I'm a Dolphins fan. But Jets, suck. Fins up. You want to hear a couple more?
Yeah, go ahead. So we got to get going, dude. It's getting. We're already I know that we're going to do some editing, but damn, it's an hour and a half now.
I know.
It was only supposed to be like 45 minutes. I thought we were going to fly through this.
No, but we're having fun though. We're having fun.
We were
having a blast.
We're definitely having fun.
I think it's entertaining. Hi guys.
So.
I'm a committed flat earther, but I'm scared. Please help. I've got to fly to Australia next week, but I'm flying via U.S. West Coast. On the way there, stopping off to see friends, and on the way back, I'm flying via Dubai. I feel like the only one that knows the truth. And so I can't speak to family and friends about this without being ridiculed. I'm so scared that at some point I will fall off the surface of the earth on the way there or on the way back because it's flat. And I'm flying I guess I just have a really major problem with it when people don't post incoherent things, because remember that was one of my main problems getting through that BTK debacle.
Yeah.
And then here we are again. Anyway, okay. it's flat, and I'm flying what would be all around the world on a traditional globe. Please help reassure me before my trip.
Jesus, oh my, fuck.
Oh,
Dude, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that is a level of stupid that I just, I find it hard to believe that level of stupid exists. I mean, dude, somebody needs to fucking put that oxygen thief down, dude. Just put him out of our misery.
I know. There's another one.
Okay,
So
and no, I do. I'm not telling anybody to go out and fucking shoot this kid or anything like that, dude. But whatever, dude. I just,
yeah,
dude,
this
he's,
is 20,
he's fucking
this is
stealing
20
my oxygen, man, and I can't have that.
This is 2022. We have to clarify. So
Yeah, don't hurt him, please.
all right, just pimp slap him. That's all we ask.
Yeah, show him your pimp hand.
So here's another one. So the only planet that is flat is Earth. All the others are round. Makes sense. So why would Earth be the anomaly? And then Flat Earth Society, we don't know. Why would the Earth be the only known celestial body to harbor intelligent life? Perhaps it's unique, or perhaps we need to keep looking. And that's the last one that I have. Oh my God. This was fucking fun, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. But anyway, I need to get going, bro. Sorry, but
All right, so let's tell them about your band.
I play in an 80s retro band called Retroactive Days. You can find us on Facebook. It's retro-active and then DAZE. Find us on Facebook if you're ever in the Brevard County, Florida area. Look at our schedule. If we're playing somewhere where you are, come see us. Come up, say hi to me. Tell me you listen to the podcast. I'll buy you a beer.
Absolutely.
Because I'm good like that.
And, yeah, you can find my information. Yeah, you can find my original music on Spotify and all other platforms under Bill Selby. And our social is going to be in a nice little link tree link that's going to take you to everything. And it'll be in the notes of the episode. And I don't know what we're going to cover next week because I haven't decided. I got somebody I'm leaning on, but I'm not sure. You know, we used to be a week ahead, but now we're not. but yeah. But we're playing on the seat of our pants and everything. And life happens. But anyway, Todd, I'm glad your mom's doing better.
Thanks, brother.
Some of our listeners, because all I said on the last week's episode was, you were going through some stuff. That's all I said. But Todd's mom is going through some stuff and everything, and she's doing better now, and we're happy to hear that because I love that woman.
Yes, I do too. She's doing much better, and I mean, it's baby steps, but it's baby steps in the right direction. So
right, I'm glad to hear it, bro.
Yep,
glad to hear it. So, and we will, see you next week, and we don't know who we're covering yet.
We'll figure it out, though.
Yeah. Until then, later.
Cheers, everybody.
You see